Hello my dear students, this is Shankutala Yadav from Priyadarshini College of Engineering Humanities Department. Today we will be dealing with the topic change the voice. Now before changing the voice, we must know that any kind of sentence can be uttered in two voices, that is active voice and passive voice. Here we can see an example in active voice, Ram eats an apple. The same sentence in passive voice can be said as an apple is eaten by Ram. Now before changing the voice, we must know the certain rules to be followed. That is, we must know how to identify the subject and object in the sentence. Whereas the subject is nothing but the doer of an action. In the previous sentence, we can say that Ram is the subject of the sentence because Ram is doing an action. Object is a thing or person on whom action is done. So we can say that a mango is an object because Ram was doing the action of eating a mango. Next is, to identify forms of verb, we must know that which kind of a verb is used, which form of verb is used in the sentence. Object of any active voice becomes subject in the passive voice. This should also be known to us. Now, before changing active into passive voice, we must know to convert some of the pronouns into passive voice. Here, he changes to him, she changes to her, it changes to it, I changes to me, we changes to us, you changes to you. As it is, it does not change. They changes to them, and Ram or any kind of name remains as it is. So we can observe that the pronoun it, you and any kind of name is not changed. It remains as it is. Now how can we identify the types of voice? Now we can see the difference between these two voices by some of the points. In active voice, we can see that subject is there in the beginning of the sentence, whereas in passive voice, object is there in the beginning of the sentence. In active voice, verb is in the form depending upon the tense of the sentence, whereas in passive voice, we use the word third form, that is we3, in all the sentences. In active voice, we do not use the word by, whereas in passive voice, most of the sentences we use the word by, excluding some of the sentence. For an example, if we say let the door be opened or let the door be shut, we do not know to whom we are asking to open the door. So here by is not used. In active voice, the sentence can be written in all the 12 types of tenses, whereas in passive voice, the sentence can only be written in 8 tenses, excluding the sentence cannot be written in present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future continuous and future perfect continuous. In these 4, the active voice cannot be converted into passive voice. Now, as we have seen in the beginning of this slide only, that the sentence can be said in two voices, that is active into passive, that is she eats an apple. We can see over here the example, she is the doer of an action. This is the present simple tense, we can say, because the main verb eat, eat is in first form, and we have not used any kind of helping verb, that is or are. In the above example, she eats a mango. A mango is an object. In passive voice, a mango is eaten by her. We can see that a mango is coming in the beginning of the sentence, whereas her is going at the end of the sentence, because this is a passive voice. Just consider that if the object, instead of using the object in singular form, if we use the object in plural form, that is mangoes are eaten by her, What we are doing here is we are using the helping verb are instead of is, because the object becomes plural over here. We must know to recognize the object. What is the important tip? I must tell you students that how to identify an object, because we often get confused that what is the object in the sentence. I must tell you one thing, that you ask the question what to yourself in the sentence. For an example, if we ask the question here that what does she eat? The answer comes as a mango. Therefore, we can say that a mango is an object. So, if we want to identify the object in the sentence, we must ask the question using the word what. Then automatically the answer, whatever we will be getting, that will be an object in the sentence. Now, we will be seeing one by one the changes of active into passive voice. So in the first tense, in present simple, by using the rule we can see that subject plus V1 plus object is used, that is she writes a message. In passive voice, the rule goes like this: object plus is oblique R plus V3 plus by plus subject, that is a message is written by her. Now we can see that the helping verb is not used in this sentence in the active voice of present simple, and the first form of verb is used, that is write. Whereas write changes to return, because in passive voice always the word is in V3 form, third form. In past simple, the active voice is she wrote a message, and the rule is subject plus V2 plus object. In passive voice, it changes to object plus was oblique verb plus V3 plus by plus subject. Here we need to know one thing, that V2 is only used in simple past without any helping verb. Then we can see the sentence in passive voice, a message was written by her. As per the rule, we can see in future simple, subject plus will shall plus V1 plus object, that is she will write a message. In passive voice, we can see object. Object is a message. So object plus shall will plus be plus V3 plus by plus subject, that is a message will be written by her. In present continuous, we can see the rule is subject plus is MR plus verb ing plus object, that is she is writing a letter. Now there is one important tip, student. Whenever the sentence is in continuous tense, then the ing is used in the main verb, that is writing. And in passive voice, we use the word being, being, and the verb ing changes to V3, that is object plus is or are plus being plus verb 3 plus by plus subject, that is a message is being written by her. So whenever there is ing form, then we have to use the word being, being, in passive voice. In past continuous, subject plus was verb plus verb ing plus object, that is she was writing a letter. In passive voice, as I told you all, that if there is verb ing, then we have to use being. So according to the rule, the sentence goes, a message was being written by her. In present perfect, we can see the rule subject plus has or have plus verb 3 plus object, that is she has written a message. In passive voice, we can see the rule object plus has or have plus been plus verb 3 plus by plus subject. Now since it is present perfect, any kind of perfect tense, if we are using has or have, then in passive voice it changes to has or have plus been. In continuous, we used to use the verb being, but here we are using the word been, been in perfect tense. So, present perfect passive voice goes like, a message has been written by her. In past perfect, the active voice rule is subject plus had plus V3 plus object. Now had is used with all subject, whether it is singular or plural. So the sentence is, she had written a message. In passive voice, a message had been written by her. In future perfect, we can see subject plus will shall plus have plus V3 plus object, that is she will have written a message. In passive voice it goes, a message will have been written by her. We can see the rule as per the sentence, or we can make the sentence as per the rule. It will be very easier for all of us if we follow the rule. Now, as we have seen that the active voice changes to passive voice in only 8 tenses, and in these remaining tenses, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future perfect continuous and future continuous, the sentence cannot be changed from active to passive voice. But students, when sometimes we get two objects in the sentence, then how to change this voice? For an example, he gave me a pen. In this sentence, two objects are there, that is a pen and me. Me is also considered as an object in the sentence. So this kind of sentence can be changed into passive voice in two ways. Like, a pen was given to him by him. A pen was given to me by him, or I was given a pen by him. Means a pen can also be there in the beginning of the sentence. This is also correct. Or I can be also there in the beginning of the sentence. This is also correct. Thank you all very much. Hope your concept would be clear. And if there is any query regarding these types of voices, then you can write in the box. Thank you all very much. Have a good day.